What an incredible performance against adversity and all the odds that was from United away at Arsenal. Every player suffered, they fought, they left everything on the pitch. Now this is what Amorim has been demanding, and the players are delivering. We saw something new away at Liverpool, a new fight in this team, and they built on that. Mentally, they were so much stronger. And to play like that for 60 minutes with 10 men, I need to talk through that game because there is so much we need to discuss. What a win that was away at Arsenal, following on from that draw against Liverpool. For me, this is Ruben Amorim's Manchester United that he wants to see. The foundations of it, the fight, the togetherness, the teamwork, the basics. Let's be honest, that we just haven't had as a football club for so long. I'm going to run through the 5 biggest takeaways from that win against Arsenal because I tell you what, I enjoyed it. And watching Arsenal fans fall back into meltdown feels good. I'm enjoying it. Now, first up on my list, that was an incredible show of team fight and spirit. I'm talking about the basics of what a football team should be, but the basics which United have been starved of. And I said this after the game, like, if players play like that, I'll defend them till the end, man. I'll get into arguments with anybody to defend those players in the same way that they defended the shirt yesterday. Ugarte continuing what I think has been a great start at Manchester United. I don't even think he was bad at the beginning, but he is fantastic now. And I love that he's quoted himself there. When we have the ball, it's a game. When we don't, it's a fight. And having a scrapper in the middle is making a big difference. Maguire at the back. Missed 2 training sessions. Could have missed the game. No, I'm going to play. Played 104 minutes. Incredible from him. De Ligt, his defensive teammate. Outrageous block on Trossard, but the whole game put his body on the line. Bayindir, an incredible redemption arc after the first 60 minutes. Xerxes, after what happened when he was booed off. Garnacho dropped from the team. Collier coming off. You see how many people I'm naming here? How many players I'm naming? That's part of it. It's not down to an individual. That was a team performance and a collective to do that for 60 minutes with 10 men against Arsenal. That is how you build on what we saw against Liverpool. Now, second on my list is, I really think, famous last words and all that, it feels like the players are starting to believe in Amorim. In the same way that Amorim is saying there that he believes in these players, I think it's going the other way. And I think this quote from Bayindir really sums that up.
He every day talking with us and he want to help us. And we love him and he's always trying to do his best. And he have a very good relationship with the players. And we are trusting him, he is trusting us. We are fighting together. He want to help us every day.
I love that. This little video here of Amorim, a little speech with the players before the penalty shootout. It just feels that in these last 2 games, the players are starting. They've always been listening to Ruben Amorim, but it feels like they're now starting to believe in what he's saying. If you do run like dogs, you will win games. And that's what United did to the final whistle yesterday. It's all well and good listening to somebody, but really listening to someone means executing what they are asking you to do. Even in the moments where you have to suffer as a player, suffer as a team, if you do that collectively together, you can overcome the fact that you've got 10 men for 60 minutes. And that leads me on to point 3, which I actually need to leave this on screen. Somebody tell me how bad a referee can possibly be. That was shocking from Adley yesterday. United correctly, by the way, the admin yesterday, give him a raise, or her, had a great time. Justice after the game, and I can't believe I'm reading this, from Martin Ziegler from the Times, that FA will not be taking disciplinary action against United over this tweet. How about you take disciplinary action against the referee, you whoppers? An outrageous dive from Havertz. Awful player. Cheating shithouse, to quote Harry Maguire. Not me saying that. Oh yeah, you want to talk about Ugarte headbutting Havertz? How about we talk about the fact that Havertz had him in a chokehold first? From the small decisions to the big decisions, that referee had no control over that game yesterday, and I didn't realise how bad, of course I realised how bad a referee could be, but absolutely shocking. And for the fact that United came away with the win after all of that is so important. And there's two players I want to speak about after the game in particular, Bayindir and Xerxes. Now, Bayindir, of course, after the Spurs game, was rightfully criticised. Like any player, if you make mistakes in the game of football, you're going to be criticised for it. You do well, you'll be praised for it. Bayindir was poor against Spurs. Needs to work on his distribution, that's for sure. But that save was the ripple. That was the catalyst for that game. Conceded after Dalot went off. All of a sudden, it was 1-0 up to 1-1, 10 men, and a penalty against us. The momentum was shifting the other way. That penalty save was the energy the other players used to get that win. And he saved Havertz's penalty in the shootout as well. Heroic from him. Deserves all the praise he's going to get. And Xerxes, a young lad who's come to a new country, settling in, gets booed by home fans. You're all idiots who did that against Newcastle. It's not Captain Hindsight speaking, man. Every player deserves pretty much unwavering support from United fans in their first year at the club. As a given. As an absolute given. But he stepped up and put his name down for that fifth penalty yesterday. Buried it. Great performance when he came off the bench as well. Holding up the ball physically. Nearly got the winner too, by the way. That was a great save by David Raya. Bastard. Didn't save the penalty, though. Both of those individuals deserve massive praise for their mental resilience and strength. And so does Maguire, by the way. None more so, really, than Maguire. But it leads me on to point number 5. And it feels like something might be happening. Famous last words, Sam. Yeah, well done. You cursed it. But that game against Liverpool was a game where United had no chance going into it, did we? Absolutely none. I was terrified. I'm sure you were too. But United showed a real commitment as a team and a unit together. And we got a result there. Was it perfect? No, we didn't win. But we got a result. And what did we do? We went and we built on that against Arsenal. Everything wasn't going for us at all. 10 men, 60 minutes. Could have easily collapsed. But Bayindir saved the penalty. Everybody to a man, right until the very end, played as a team. And that's what I want to quickly show you here. 90th minute, United chasing the winner. The ball goes over the top, over to Maguire. Maguire heads it in. David Raya gets the ball. And when he holds the ball here, look how many United players are in the box. 90:05 on the clock. But look at the sprint back from everybody. Look at De Ligt, man. I didn't even realise De Ligt. De Ligt was... Man, that's great from De Ligt. But 9-10 seconds later, 1, 2, 3, 4 players behind the ball. Now, United have got Arsenal completely outnumbered. Amorim has these players believing. Amorim has these players playing differently. They are fighting. Sometimes literally. For the shirt that they are wearing. And if you play like that, I will defend you as a fan. More of it. Southampton, next. Brighton, after that. Rangers, Steaua Bucharest. If you can do it away at Arsenal and Liverpool, you can do it against every single one of those teams. But that's a real Amorim team. We're starting to see it. The foundations of it. Obviously, we want Amorim's football to be not 5 at the back, but 3 at the back with 2 really aggressive, high-pressing wing backs. That will come in time. What we're seeing here are the foundations being built. And I loved it. And there's nothing... Well, there's probably... What's better than making Arsenal fans melt down? I'll let you let me know in the comments.